मेघा শোনা যাচ্ছে কিছু?
बट हम लोग का ये ज्यादा डुएबल था, सिम कैट और इजियर कंपेरेटिव टू कैट।
अच्छा, गॉट इट। ठीक है, मैं पास ऑन कर रहा हूँ, ये DILR का सर पूछ लेंगे। ओके, ऑलराइट।
Let's go to this Megha also. Ajit, we will connect with you, huh? Okay, चलो भाई।
अच्छा, गॉट इट। ठीक है, मैं पास ऑन कर रहा हूँ, ये DILR का सर पूछ लेंगे। ओके, नाउ yes, hi, you can hear me, right?
Voice नहीं आ रहा है।
You are muted.
No, fine.
Hi, sir. You're audible. I can hear you.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, sir. How are you?
I'm good. We are all good. How was the test?
The test was easy. I would say the LOD of the paper was easier comparative to last year. So I did well. I think I did. Yes.
All right, wonderful.
Which section you feel like that it is more easier to you?
So I would say LRDI was easy. I attempted 2.5 sets, almost 3. And even Quant was easy. I could do around 8-9 questions. If somebody would have done with higher speed, they could have done more. And VARC was also good, but the only thing was the questions came in a jumbled way. Like we had 2 RC followed by 4 VA question, and similarly 2 RC. So it was little jumbled. So otherwise, it was fine. It was good.
All right. Difficulty-wise, how was it different from the SimCats?
I would say SimCats, the length of the paragraphs in the VARC section was a bit more. So when we faced the CAT paper, it obviously gave us an advantage. We could speed up and read the passage faster.
Right.
And the questions were also easy. I mean, in the SimCats, we had more confusing options, or close options, I would say. So it was fine. It was good in the actual CAT paper.
Right. But I'm assuming that if you have taken one of the ACATs, then compared to last year, I believe that the VARC section has ramped up slightly, perhaps.
Yes, even I felt like my VARC is a little bit weak. So maybe I would have felt for that. But otherwise, because the questions were jumbled, also the paragraphs, compared to last year, maybe.
Right. Someone told me just now there was a change in the exact setup of questions, or what questions were featured in the VA. So someone told me that there were no para-jumbles. Is that correct?
Correct. There were no para-jumble. There were 8 questions in VA. That remains same. But we had 2 odd sentences and 3 para-completion and 3 para-summary, to be exact.
Right. So they've gone back to the 3-3-2 pattern. It's just that they've dropped para-jumbles for at least for this shift, if not for this year. Let's see about that.
Non-MCQ, how many given?
Non-MCQs then would be 2 or 3 questions.
2 theta questions were there.
2 theta questions, yes. Because you would have the para-completion and the summary as MCQs, and only the 2 odd statement would be thetas.
Yeah.
Right, that's fine. Okay. Okay.
Let's get into this LRDI.
Yes,
What
sir.
is your feeling? You have said that very close to 3 number of sets you have completed.
Yes, sir.
So
So there were two sets of 5 questions each and 3 questions of 4 questions each. So total of 22 questions
that means
in
2 questions
LRDI.
increased in this time.
Yes, there was an increase of 2 questions, and I mean the sets were pretty attemptable. Anybody could have attempted the sets, and they were solvable also. So in 40 minutes, I have done 2.5 sets properly, and the other two were theta questions. So you could have attempted that as well. So 3 sets are
Any
doable.
idea about these sets? Can you share this idea?
Yes, sir. So, out of the 3 sets that I attempted, the first one was a candlestick. It had the highest closing of the day, highest opening of the day, the highest price range of different stocks. We had been given stocks from A to G. And so the opening, closing, highest price, lowest price of that. And it was a pretty easy set. Only addition, subtraction, average, and division. Calculation has to
Bas,
be done
that much.
properly. Yes, that is
That
one
means
of the sets.
understanding also was not taking that much of time.
No, understanding was also not taking that much of time.
What is the
So
other
this
set? Second set?
this is one set. The other set was it was a bar graph. We had to just deduce the data from the bar graph, and then it was a tables and chart question basically. So we had 4 YouTubers. Some stars were given to the 4 YouTubers, and the how many stars are given by each people, how many is the total number of stars got. A pretty simple tables and chart question.
Is there any kinds of graph question given?
Yes, this was just a bar graph, but we didn't have to do any operations on the bar graph, just the data. Another graph also we had, which was another bar graph. But I had not attempted that. The question read like there were 3 people, A, B, C. They have visited some number of countries in different continents. So that data was given in form of a bar chart, and we had to deduce and do it.
So if you try to divide that all LRDI sets, that means
Yes,
all
sir.
5 sets, then
Yes.
segment, what you can say? One of it you can consider it is a puzzle, whatever this candle
Yeah.
one you
So
have said. One is
first question in my paper was a voting question.
okay.
And the second one I just shared was a candlestick. It was a pretty simple question. Third one was a bar chart. You can put it sort of tables and chart. You can call that tables and chart, and a puzzle mixed. We had 4 or 5 clues given. The fourth one I did was a games and tournament question, fourth set. We had few teams. They were competing against each other. Their questions were like how many rounds were there in the game, something like that. It was a games and
and
tournament
you were
question.
not comfortable with this person game, so not tried this one.
No. I have done the games and tournament question also.
Achha. It was
Yes,
possible.
and
Also.
yes. It was pretty much easy, and it was possible. And the last question was again a bar chart question, which I left.
So whatever we got this idea that LRDI in compared to the last year, it is comparatively easier.
It is comparatively easier. Yes.
Good, very good. Let's get into this map.
Yes.
Sudeep will say, let's get freezed.
Hello, Megha. Can you hear me?
Hello. Yes, sir. You're audible.
You have been speaking for long, so take your moments.
Take your place. Arey, that's not required. Huh? Go on talking.
So pause for a moment and reconnect the math section.
Yes, sir.
So how was the math section?
The math section was, I felt it was easy to moderate. I would say it was doable. I attempted around 8 questions to be precise, and I have attempted all arithmetic questions only. So, all the arithmetic questions, and otherwise,
Total there were 22 questions.
yes, total 22 questions.
How many arithmetic you have attempted?
I have attempted 8 questions of arithmetic. One was an average question, one was a percentage question. So yeah, one was a mixture allegation question. There was a good one was a time, speed, distance question. There was a mix of question, but I have attempted the arithmetic part mostly. And apart from
No.
arithmetic,
1 minute. Arithmetic difficulty level, if you want to read.
I would say easy to moderate, maximum moderate, but not difficult.
Not difficult.
No.
Good.
The question, the percentage questions are the direct questions or they are a mixture of topics?
Direct questions.
So,
Yes.
and algebra?
Algebra, huh?
Algebra, I have not attempted. I saw one question of number system, which was very easy. It just gave the question was like 10 to the power 100 divided by 7. What is the remainder? So it was a direct question.
Remainder theorem question only. What about function combination, higher maths?
I am not sure because I have not seen those. There was geometry question. Pretty easy geometry questions were also there. I mean, short. The questions were not very big, were not very difficult to understand language-wise. But since I didn't solve, I cannot comment about the length of the solution. But it was easy to read and understand what the question.
Which chapter of geometry it came?
It came from circles. I think there was a rectangle. Length and breadth of the rectangle was given, and they told that a circle is inscribed inside the rectangle. They probably asked for the in center or the in radius. I think they asked of the circle.
Okay.
There was a mensuration question also.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
There was a mensuration question also.
Yeah. There were mensuration questions, but I didn't go through those because I was trying to attempt the arithmetic ones first.
Okay.
So
It didn't apply. What about algebra?
for I don't think algebra there was maximum minima question. There were a logarithm question, and yeah, that's all I have seen. That's all I've noticed.
So compared to last year, these questions are easier.
I felt yes, it was easier. I mean, moderate level, I would say maximum, but not difficult. It was doable.
So Megha, can I make these one as per math section? Arithmetic number of questions, algebra, geometry, if you try to divide your idea, whatever you can get this.
I think arithmetic would be around 9 or 10 questions.
Okay.
I cannot be precise, but 9 or 10 questions was arithmetic.
Achha.
Others I cannot divide.
Geometry.
I'm not sure. Geometry, I read 2 questions, but I don't know more than that if it was there in the paper or not.
Okay. An algebra, number system, higher math, these
Number
part.
system, I have seen one. Higher math, I have not seen any. Algebra, I cannot comment.
Okay.
Omega.
This is so your exam was really good, huh? We can expect like that.
Yes, sir. I'm hoping I have done my best in the paper, and the paper was pretty doable. So I've attempted good number of questions. Now we'll see what happens.
Best of luck.
Wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir.
All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Bye.
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 So we can get some idea from the students entire whatever we have made discussion at the first cut. We got idea that overall CAT 24 is comparatively easier than CAT 23. What you can think?
Mostly. We have 3 sections to consider. The ease seems to either be similar or have ramped up slightly for the first section, VARC. That was what we had assessed, we had predicted. That's fine. Which means
actually we have discussed only 2 students and both are not that much good in case of VARC.
True,
that may be a scenario.
True.
However, math and LRDI both is coming down. Looks like
LRDI and Quants both have seemingly ramped down. It could be a factor, to be absolutely honest, to be absolutely clear that it might be that students have prepared a little bit since last year's difficulty level. So it's not as much of a step down as it is that students are a little bit more prepared as compared to last year. When in the last year's paper, the increased difficulty was a surprise. This year it was not. That was one factor. I believe that neutralizes. Other than that, yes, there should be a step down in the LR and DI section overall and the Quant section
in case
overall.
of LRDI, I need to say one another thing that we have taken. The step is at that point of time, whenever last 2 years, all of the questions, all of the sets were 5 question set.
Right.
And due to that reason, basically good number of people, good number of institutes were trying to say that everything, all set need to be 5 question set.
Correct.
But we have made, there is some kinds of variation. Right. Variation means 4 question set, 6 question set also we have given.
Right.
And this time it is appearing 4 question 3 sets.
True.
Which is definitely the people, those who have solved only 5 question set, for them it would be really trouble.
It would be really important because
But here we have taken that kind of scenario.
True. If there's a set which comes for 3 questions versus 5 questions, the ideal thing would be, let us see the paper to be finalized, but the ideal thing would be that it is also at least lower in effort, in time taken, not necessarily in difficulty, but the time taken for that set, the 3 question set and a 5 question versus a 5 question set, the 3 question set would be shorter comparatively and not necessarily easier, but would take less effort.
My idea, this number of sets, it has increased only keeping one thing in mind, that set difficulty level, they will come down.
Sure.
Take it down, and on the basis number of sets, it has increased.
Right.
And students need to get ready with these 4 question sets as well.
True.
That should be the requirement.
True.
Because this is a mixture kind of thing.
Yes. So now there
even DI also given.
Right,
That
DI
is
also
the
made a
major point.
reappearance.
DI also given.
Which
Some
is
people
surprising.
think that DI will not be there because last year it was not there.
Not just last year. Across the last 3 years, they've slowly ramped down. They've slowly removed DI. Now they have added one more set, which is interesting. But in any case, the point is that means that students have to now gear up to a slightly different, because so far, because of the difficulty of the LRDI section, the strategy was, let's focus on 2 sets, at best 2.5. But now it is going to be, let's do this 4 question, let's do this 3 question, let's pick and choose, cherry pick. So that might come into the strategy, or that will very well come into the strategy.
In the math section, whatever we have discussed and whatever we have done,
right,
that also appeared some kinds of advantage here, because we have tried to give for majority of the people, those who are not that much good in math, they whenever they want to go into the other part other than the arithmetic, they feel a lot of difficulty. So we have given a lot of pressure to them that please go on with this arithmetic, because arithmetic part, it is coming comparatively better. And
Correct.
this time, whatever Megha said, that arithmetic, it was really high. And difficulty level was also not that much.
So again,
very tough.
the change from
Yes,
22 to 23.
Definitely, it looks like fast cut. We can find there is some kinds of change.
Right.
That whatever Sudeep has also said, that multi-concept, multi-topic, that was the major criteria in last year. It has appeared and it was difficult.
Right.
But now it is not that much difficult.
Right.
Because here arithmetic and good number of people, those who are not from this math background, but want to prepare for this CAT, and they have gone with these instruction of arithmetic taking priority.
Right.
It would be really good enough.
That would be really good. On that note, sir, let me point out one more thing, which, see, I'm not rubbing it in, but just so that we know, there was this conversation last year, throughout the year, that the last year's paper was not a typical IIM L kind of a paper. It was L that made the paper or conducted the paper last year. It was not a typical L paper. This year was C. C did not even have that typical kind of a paper. Traditionally,
it was thinking that C can give this math more higher,
even higher
in this situation.
But this time around, they relaxed.
No, instruction or whatever they have taken strategy on the basis arithmetic getting priority, and also doable type of question. It is not like that 1 question or 2 questions I can only solve. This is not the scenario. So non-math background students also can do it comparatively better. It's my idea.
True.
And what's your feeling about this RC part looking like tough, or
RC
is it
looks tough
or something?
I think that there is a change in the VR, but I honestly don't think that many of our students would have faced a huge problem with that. It would be a surprise, yes, but it would not be a huge problem because I have already made them work on RCs and reading to quite an extent. So even if the RC was difficult, the difficulty might have been on the vocabulary level. So reading individual or phrases and getting the complete idea of the passage, it might be amiss a little bit, but I don't think that made a huge difference in the question level, in the inference level, in the elimination level. So that should be okay. Also, the change in pattern, that there was a 2-2-2-2 kind of a pattern last year. This year it went back to 3-3-2. Yeah, the 3-3-2. 3-3-2 used to be the pattern till 2022. 23 they changed it. Now they have again brought the 332 back. They've just dropped out of 4, they've dropped 1 topic, which is surprising because parajumble has been a staple of the CAT
and that's not there.
For the last 12, 13 years that I have seen it.
True.
So it's surprising that they have changed it, but we had again expected this. I have spoken to our students multiple times that the CAT is now a different beast altogether. It is
8 question, no? BA, it's
8 questions.
It's remained same.
Yes.
8 questions, 16 questions, that was
breakup remains the same. 16 for RC, 8 for VA. That's a total of 24 in the first section. But the 8, the constitution of the 8, the mix of the 8, that has changed slightly. My students were expecting that. That's not a problem. I've told them that the way the CAT has changed the VA section in the last 2 years, it can again change it this year. So I don't think there were any surprises as such. They tried to surprise us. Not so much. Call Jabari. But in any case, if you allow me, sir, my take on the percentiles this year is that a high percentile, 99, say 99-ish, 99.9-ish, that would come to a very close now because the sections are getting somewhat similar. So last year, I believe that the 99th percentile was somewhere around the 13-14 question mark in the VARC. This year, as far as the preliminary analysis seems like, it should be somewhere around 11. And I believe that from 9-ish, 8-9 questions in the DILR and the quants also, it should also go a little higher.
It will be higher.
So it may be similar or may drop down just a tad for the VARC, depending on what exactly is the difference gradient. But the VARC was not easier comparatively. It was either absolutely similar.
So as far as fast card concern, I need to say to the students also, those who can see for their maybe
for the second shift and third shifts.
Maybe that second also and third to definitely.
Right.
They can consider one thing, that it is not like last year paper. It would be comparatively easier. So number of attempt should be something higher.
Slightly
Otherwise,
higher.
it would be.
Yes. Otherwise, it's an advantage because they'll be more prepared for the harder levels. So the one thing that I keep telling our students, to learn to swim against the water in still water, you would be even faster.
Okay. So it is our initial discussion about the first lot. Hope so that people got some kinds of idea. We will come with the similar kind of thing for the second slot as well as third slot.
And
along
ITMD,
with this, after that discussions.
ITMD shifts, shift 2 students, shift 2, if at all you're watching, there's not much time. But if at all you're watching, then all the best. Shift 3 students, all the best. And we'll again catch up with this kind of an analysis. We'll talk to the students, get the real feed, the real impression of the test. First cut, of course, but then whatever we can get from our students. In the meantime, we are online, we are live. Please do like this video if it is useful. If you are there in the field and if you're like, yes, this is great. Also, good news bears, because difficulty is down. So yes, strategy shifts a little bit, but otherwise
don't give any kinds of tension to students. Because it may be that student to student it will vary. However, they keep this thing in mind and then proceed. That should be the
But anyways, please do like and stuff, and let the algorithm know that this is buzzing, and we are here for you. In the meantime, any of the shift 1 students who get to watch this, post the fact. If you want to get in touch with us, we are here. Do give us a call. Right? So that's a wrap.